Morning, Abotai. This morning we had a very interesting and rare phenomenon where you have three Kohanim who each have a Yahrtzeitz on the same day. Now on Shabbat, it's easier to pull off because according to Maran Shulchan Aruch, Kohanim can go up one after another behefsek somebody else, which means two Kohanim cannot go up one after another. The Gemara tells us Masechet Gitin Daf Samach, Maran Shulchan Aruch and Orachaim Siman Kuf Lamed He, and the reason for that is two Kohanim can never go up one after another, and the reason for that is Mishum Pegamo Shel Rishon. If you put up a second Kohen right after the first one, people will say, "Oh, there's something wrong with the first one's keuna," and therefore the Chachamim said they can't go up back to back. So on Shabbat you have a way out. Plus, you can always add aliyot on Shabbat or Yom Tov, as long as there's somebody else, a Levi or Israel between them. The halacha is that they can go up one after another. The only issue you have is on a Monday or Thursday or Shabbat Memincha, when there's only three olim, and you can't be mosif, you can't be gorea, you can't add, you can't subtract from the three aliyot. What do you do in a situation where you have three Kohanim who have Yahrtzeitz on the same day? What are you going to say? Let them all go up one after another. Asur. It's asur. You can't do that. Mishum pegamo shel rishon. Each one, the people are going to say afterwards, the Chachamim were concerned, people are going to say, oh, why is another Kohen going up? Because probably the one before him was pagum, a blemished Kohen. Therefore, in a situation like this, only one can go up. Now, interesting, there's only one exception to that rule. The rule is, Maran Shulchan Aruch brings down also in Siman Kuf Lamed He, Eir Shekula Kohanim. What do you do in a city? There were cities like that in Am Yisrael. The entire city is Kohanim. What do you do then? Now, everybody's Kohanim. What are you supposed to do? So now, says Maran, if there's one Yisrael among them, or even one Levi, same idea, the halacha is that Yisrael or Levi that's the oddball in the city, he gets the first aliyah, mipnei darkei shalom, because all the Kohanim are saying, I should get the first aliyah. But therefore the Chachamim said, let the Yisrael get that aliyah, and then all the Kohanim go after. But what happens in the city that's fully Kohanim? You don't even have one Yisrael. What's the halacha over there? Everybody over there, the Chachamim weren't concerned. Everybody knows that you're not putting up one after another because the previous one was pagum. Everybody knows that that's just the way it is. The whole city's like that, so you have no choice. Then you put them up. And in a city that's not fully Kohanim, you got to stick to Kohen, Levi, Israel. Now, what about the other way around? What happens on a day where there's multiple Yahrtzeitz or there's multiple smachot of Yisraelim? The only problem is that on a Monday or Thursday, there's only three aliyot. Now, let's say there's three chatanim, or three smachot, or three Yahrtzeitz among the Yisraelim, but there's also Kohanim and Levim in Bet HaKnesset. What do? The Bet Yosef and Siman Kuf Lamed He quotes from the Maharik, and he says, you know what you can do? You can go over to the Kohen and say, do me a favor, Kohen, be a nice guy, be mevater, go outside the Bet HaKnesset, let us call up Yisraelim instead of the Kohen. Yeah, be a nice guy. So the halacha is, if he's mochel on his kavod, the din is, the Yisraelim can go up, and he doesn't even have to go out. As long as he's mochel, he can even stay in the Bet HaKnesset. What happens if the Kohen is being mitakesh? What happens if he's stubborn? No! Yeah? I'm not going out, I'm not being mochel. What's the halacha? The poskim say, over there, you don't need his mechila. You asked, you were polite, you don't need his mechila, let him sit in his place. Ya'amod Yisrael afal pi sheyesh kan kohen. Shev b'sheket, put up the Yisrael, vezeu. Kach omerim poskim. That's what you do. Because over there, you know what I'm saying? If the Kohen's a jerk, not much to do about that. Now, that being said, the best idea I saw today was a Kiddush Hashem. The best Ilui Neshama that a person can do for a Yahrtzeitz, hands down, better than the Aliyah itself, is for sure the Vitur. When a person's marbeh shalom and not mitkotet, he doesn't fight over it, whatever it is, when the neshama sees that it left a normal human being down in this world that doesn't fight, that's the biggest nachat ruach for the neshama, and that creates the biggest ilu neshama. Have a wonderful day.